Ooh, what's up everybody? We are back with more content. We got so much content recently, so let's just jump into it, alright? I always got the worst lighting, sorry about that, but let's just start talking about it. Okay, so you probably can't see this right now because I freaking can't scroll far enough right. The most professional person out here doing videos right now. Okay, we're playing the team on the far right now. I can't scroll any farther right in the Google Doc right now. That's making me a little bit upset. But anyway, he's got a pretty cool team going on here. So he's got Kieran Black, Florgus, and where's Steel type? Steel type, Kling Clang. So not a super defensive Steel type, but he's just got a lot of lower tier value pick mons that are kind of scary. So we're looking at Tangela, which is actually very tough to kill, and Rotom Heat, always a threat. Swellow, big time threat, always. Seismitoad, problem. So, you know, all these things that are just always problems, kind of lower tier picks though, so it's a lot of utility that he's got going on in his team right here. So I was very afraid of Gengar, because Gengar can just come in and threaten Giratina a lot, can threaten Tapu Fini a lot, so I was thinking about how to build this team. So eventually what I went up with, and bear with me because now I have to move my thing back over here so you can see it. Okay, so Spadef, Piloswine. I was very afraid of Kieran Black and Swellow, so I was like, you know what, Spadef, Piloswine will be able to switch into at least one hit from Kieran Black, hopefully. Also has Stone Edge, he can deal with Rotom if he doesn't get burned or anything, can set up Stealth Rock, so I was like, you know what, Piloswine is so fat, always living one. He's got that thick, fat, big boy, always living something. Scizor, on the other hand, is a roast butthole, so you put fire on him, he's dead. Out of there, but very, very powerful. Get the SD up, can definitely do some sweeping. By the way, when I built this team, I thought he had an Ambipom, but apparently he traded the Ambipom for a Diggersby. So I would have put a maybe Giratina Origin if I knew he had a Diggersby instead of an Ambipom, but I decided to rock with a Colbur Berry Giratina because I wanted to lure the Drapion, get a burn on it, and just crazy weird Giratina set. So we got Energy Ball because I don't do a whole lot to Seismitoad really. So this was kind of one of my Seismitoad checks, and I was just like, throw an Energy Ball in there. Iron Head to hit Florgus, and Speed just to like speed creep, I forget what. But very bulky. Shadow Sneak, max attack, gonna take down Gengar, is gonna take down everything. I don't want to spend too much time on the team. I kind of want to fly through this just so we can get to the match. But Rotom Wash, Choice Scarf with Trick. I figured I can trick that to Florgus or something. HP Grass for, you know what, oh, wrong thing. HP Grass for Seismitoad, other moves, very obvious. Doing his switchy things. Nidoqueen, Earth Power, Sucker Punch, Sludge Wave, Surf. So we got lots of coverage. I needed something for Tangela, I needed something for, I forget what Earth Power's for, it probably hits tons of things, good stab. Sucker Punch for Gengar, because Gengar can come in and revenge kill pretty easily, and Surf for Rotom Heat, because I figured that might be a problem. And then I have a Choice Scarf, Moxie Crocodile, and I have Stealth Rock on it, just for another Stealth Rocker, and just in case he wants to switch in Rotom Heat on something, or Florgus, I just figured having him have the ability to Stealth Rock on a switch would be useful, and I just figured maybe late game I can get a Scarf Moxie going and kind of get a sweep. So, really funny thing about this team is that I think I way over prepped for Gengar, because everything on my team has priority that can like take out Gengar. We got Sucker Punch, Shadow Sneak, Bullet Punch, everything's got priority, or it's Choice Scarfed. So literally everything is either Choice Scarfed or priority, like I should. It's kind of stupid. So just kind of interesting team. I feel like it's not something that you'd predict, and we don't have great speed besides Choice Scarf and the fast moves. Oh, he also has Mega Gallade. I didn't point that out. So that's another thing that could be scary. But anyway, didn't bring Kieran Black. So that was a little bit of a spicy pick. Didn't bring the Drapion either. Brought the Diggersby. I didn't know he had a Diggersby. And then when I got to the match, I was like, hold on, you have a Diggersby. That's kind of crazy. So just really not what I thought he'd bring. I got like the Rotom Heat and Florges right, but you can only get so many things wrong before you get one right because he only has like 10 Mons or something. So I was just wrong all over the place. But let's just start going into this match. So turn 1, he leads Seismitoad, I lead Rotom Wash. I trick turn 1, he goes for Toxic, which I think is a misplay because I think he really should have prioritized rocks that could be really big in this matchup. I go for Hidden Power Grass trying to take down the Seismitoad, but you'll just see throughout the game a lot of switching and stuff. I don't have Defog on my team as well because I was like, his only rocker is Seismitoad, and if I can keep rocks off with Seismitoad, then we're good. And that's kind of why I tricked him the Scarf turn 1. But he didn't go for rocks, went for Toxic. Rotom's still going to be a beast in this matchup. Rotom's got a good matchup even without the Choice Scarf and everything, but definitely should have prioritized rocks. So he's got his Florges out here. He can do whatever he wants. I'm faster, so I'm like, I'm just going to Volt Switch out of there, get my Nidoqueen in, because Nidoqueen doesn't do too much in this matchup. It was mainly for Florges and Tangela. I predict the Diggersby switch. I go for Surf. Probably should have taken better advantage of that and switched out into something that might be able to threaten it more, maybe go out into Rotom Wash, but I was like, I ain't even gonna calc this. I'm gonna make like, what I wanted to do is right from the get-go, you'll see it throughout the game. I was like, I wanna get in your head. I wanna show you that I know what you're gonna do every turn. I want you to know that I know your plays. So I decided to Surf because I was like, listen, I know you're going into Diggersby right now. It does a lot, but he gets the Wish, and I'm like, okay, well that kind of sucks because now he's back full. So I was like, I know you're going to Earthquake right now. I think he should have returned because I feel like the switch into Rotom was kind of obvious, and like, I don't know, maybe he predicted Giratina as well, so it was kind of like a 50-50, but I think he should have returned there. So I was like, I'm going to go into Rotom. And then I will Hidden Power Grass. Because like, I was like, I know you're going to Seismitoad right now, baby. I know you're going to Seismitoad. And even if you don't, Hidden Power Grass is still super effective. But take that, Hidden Power Grass. I'm in your head now. Now he should have really gotten up rocks. But he doesn't get up rocks, he switches out again. He's faster, he had a Choice Scarf. He should have sacked Seismitoad and got up rocks. But anyway, get the Hidden Power Grass off. I'm like, okay, peace out, Volt Switching back out of there. Now I'm going to get in my Nidoqueen again. It threatens you again, but this time you cannot go into Diggersby because Diggersby is at, wait, you can go into Diggersby, is at 82 health. Anyway, I was like, whatever. He's going to Seismitoad anyway. I just decided to Sludge Wave in case he decided to stay in Florges and make a misplay. That would hit him big. If he goes out into Seismitoad, I knew Sludge Wave, Life Orb, Sheer Force, Stab, that's definitely going to kill you at 20. So I was like, you know what? And even if he goes into Diggersby, Surf, I don't think Surf was going to kill. I'd have to check the calcs and everything. But I was like, I'll just Sludge Wave and make the safe play. Goes into Seismitoad, loses it. Okay, so Diggersby comes out here. I go Giratina because I know you're returning this time. Last time you Earthquaked, I know you're going to return this time. I'm in your head. And I Iron Head on the switch. Like, I was playing so nutty. I was like, I know you're going to switch. You're not staying in here right now. I have Energy Ball, but I'm actually going to Iron Head because I know you're going into Florges right now. So I was just playing I was playing super nutty. I was like, I was always going to try to play a step ahead of him because I felt like he was playing scared. I could tell before the matchup that he was kind of nervous, and I was like, he's going to play scared. I'm going to try to play a step ahead. So Iron Head on the switch to Florges. Protects for Leftovers Recovery. Good play. He's going into Rotom Heat, and I'm going to Iron Head again just in case he makes the misplay of staying on the Florges. I'm like, if you go into Rotom Heat, it's okay. I can just pop back out into my own Rotom, and I'm just going to Hydro Pump here because if Florges comes in, 2 Hydro Pumps will kill it. If you stay in with Rotom Heat, you're going to get punished. If you switch into anything, like Hydro Pump just gets hit. So the good thing about him going for Toxic on turn 1 rather than Rocks is that it's really taking this Rotom down, but Rotom's just doing so much work. And here, I'll go back a turn as well because I was talking. But right here, big misplay. So I Volt Switch. He's gonna switch out, predicting my Volt Switch, probably just trying to rack up that Toxic damage, but I'm like, the reason I don't go for Volt Switch is because Volt Switch is not gonna be a guaranteed kill on Florges, and you could just Wish up and then protect the next turn and get back up to full. So I was like, okay, I have to Hydro Pump this turn. So I didn't have an option, I had to Hydro Pump. So because I'm Hydro Pumping, he should have just stayed in and sacked the Florges, or really what he should have done is gone for a double protect to try to get the toxic damage. Decides to go into Diggersby, big misplay. And really what I think it was is that he was just beating himself up. I don't think he was like confident about the matchup, and I think if he played more confident throughout this whole game, it would have been a completely different story. I think he had the options, and I think he has the skill and ability to beat me, definitely. I could just tell that he was playing scared, and I took advantage of that. And because I was taking advantage of him playing scared, it probably piled on itself and leads to a misplay like that. So he loses Diggersby, which is really big for him because Diggersby is just dumb powerful. I lose my Rotom, but that kind of puts us in this spot where we're both sending him on out. Don't really know who wants to send out what. He goes into Swellow, goes for U-turn. I don't really calc it, but I could have probably figured out that it was Boom Burst. Not to mention the name, it shows very obvious that it's Boom Burst, but I don't really have anything to hurt this Swellow, to be honest. So I was like, I'm just gonna peace out. So I'm gonna peace out of there. He could have just gone into his Rotom anyway. I was like, I'm gonna go into my Piloswine. Piloswine will give me the ability to set up my rocks, and I'm Spadef. He goes for Overheat. I take 0 damage, dude. Overheat does 35. I'm full Spadef, Eviolite, and Thick Fat. So it's just no damage, and everybody was like in chat like, yo, like that did 0 damage. I'm like, yeah, that's because Piloswine is a fat pig, quite literally. Never sleep on Piloswine. I don't get why Piloswine is always low tier in every draft league. Like, he's definitely a step above low tier. Not a high tier by any means, but like such a great value pick. Big value pick. So I get Krookodile out here, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go for Scarf knockoffs. Overheat this time just flops me. I think that's okay because I'm like, hindsight, I probably should have kept my Krookodile. I probably should have gone into Piloswine, but I really wanted to keep my Piloswine for Swellow. I think what I really should have done is sacked Nidoqueen so that I could try to get some chip on this Rotom. But I was like, you know what? I right in the moment I was, honestly, it could have been the right play as well. I just wanted to prioritize getting chip on this Rotom so I could get rid of it because I know that Piloswine and Giratina can finish off the rest of the match. Yeah, honestly, I think that might have been my best play. Just chipping off this Rotom. I could have gone for Stone Edge as well, which would have killed the Rotom and it would have let me save some differential, but Stone Edge could miss. And then if I got overheated, I was like, you know what? As long as I get chip on this, the most safe play, I can come in here, revenge kill it. Giratina, Piloswine can really take care of the rest. Scizor can also take care of the rest. So it just puts me in a lot better of a situation. So knockoff was my safest play. I don't regret going for it at all now that I'm thinking about it. Swellow comes in here. I'm literally just sacking Nidoqueen. I knew Nidoqueen was gonna die. I was just like, I'm gonna sack Nidoqueen so I can get in safely with Piloswine. I shard this, take it down. And then right here, I was like, he might Swords Dance, he might not. I'm just gonna Ice Shard, get the chip. As long as I get this chip, then I have 2 other priority moves and there's no way that he can deal with it because I've got super effective Shadow Sneak and I've got Bullet Punch, and if I chip him even just a little bit, the combination of those 2 will definitely be able to take him out. So, solid game, another win, 2-0. Probably could have gone for more differential, but I really just wanted to play safe and I wasn't gonna risk losing by trying to save differential. But definitely, he's a really good player, and I think he's gonna do really well this season. I predict him doing really well this season if mentally he can come together and like be confident in his play. I always say, I said it in my power rankings video, never bet against yourself. If you bet against yourself, you're not gonna play your best. I don't think he played his best, which is lucky for me because I had a fairly narrow margin of victory, so maybe if he played his best, I definitely could have lost. But really good player, really good game to Jersey Dusknoirs, and I will see you all in the next week's video.